We hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day. And from all of us here at New Day, our deep felt gratitude for the sacrifices made for our great nation. However, for all the events that happened yesterday, I wish the weather would have cooperated a little bit better than it did. But you know what? No worries. Because I think we're going to manifest some warmer weather by kicking off this show with a spicy round of hot topics. My panel today, Shellie Hart from Warm 106.9. So glad to have you back.
It's good to be back.
And Rebecca Perry, producer. Thanks for being here every day and not leaving.
I mean, sure. I love every time I come, there's always a little treat.
We always try to bring you a treat. And this time is, I want to see your reaction. Because this is McDonald's new Grandma McFlurry.
Okay.
So try it.
You're smelling it. Smells a little bit butterscotchish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
That's a sugar bomb. Pa-pow! Woo!
This is delicious.
Okay, it's really good, actually.
What is in it? I don't even know what it is.
So that's the thing. The description is super, things that Grandma loves, but it doesn't actually say.
Something crunchy.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
gonna
cookies.
Say some sort of a cookie or maybe like, what is that, blonde brownie?
Blondie?
That's the blondie. That's what it tastes like.
You know what?
Like a blondie.
I think about, I don't know whose grandma, has things that taste. Like, my grandma, if you were to make a McFlurry out of her purse full of things, it'd be like a saltine.
That'd be good.
One of those, strawberry candies with the jelly in it.
Yes.
But probably from 1967.
Sure.
Probably.
And then one of those really hard candy balls that would break your teeth.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be delicious?
Like a jawbreaker?
Yeah,
No,
I don't even know.
I remember that with my grandma too. There was always a dish of candy, hard candy, that when you went to go grab a piece, you get the whole thing.
It was all.
It melted one summer back 8 years
The
ago.
funny thing is, you could come back the following summer. Is that the same bowl of candy?
Yeah.
It sure was,
And
Shellie.
she just dusted it off. My grandma. Let me be clear. My great grandma. My grandma. She probably makes something like this. It's delicious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. So while you're eating that, let's talk about music.
Okay.
You are our music lady. Did you know that Apple Music has released the top 100 albums of all time? They're setting the world ablaze with this. They said the number one is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which is a fantastic album.
It is.
But number one, I don't know. Thriller is number two. I would believe that was number one, but,
Yeah, is this voted on by downloads? Is it?
I'm glad you asked, Shellie. I'm glad you asked. According to Wikipedia, an opinion survey and curated music ranking the finest albums in history created by streaming service Apple Music. So they're saying it was an opinion survey and music ranking. Apple.com says a modern 21st century ranking of the greatest records ever made, crafted by Apple's music team of experts alongside a select group of artists, songwriters, producers, and industry professionals.
So it's arbitrary.
So this is not.
It's made up.
This is not ranked by
Sales.
Is it BMI? BMI ranks it, right?
Sales and.
But BMI is the one that tracks all that, and so this is not official. This is Apple Music.
I would buy Thriller. I think that one could legitimately be.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be
number one.
surprised. Actually, my son knows randomly how many. He's like, it's 380 million albums. I'm like, what? How do you? Okay,
Your
whatever.
son.
All right. I don't know. I just started purchasing Apple Music, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check out more. Meantime, the new Ashley Madison documentary is trending on Netflix. I saw this when I couldn't sleep the other night.
You
and I was
did?
like, I don't know. I went
watch it.
No, I went for Bridgerton instead.
Okay.
Oh.
But this one did watch it. What do you think?
I did. Okay, so Ashley Madison was that dating website that, in the early 2010s, I think it was. It was for people who want to cheat on their spouses. It's supposed to be
Doesn't it still exist?
It does still exist. But it's supposed to be super secretive, supposed to, no one's ever going to find out. But they had a little data breach.
They got hacked.
hacked!
Somebody always finds out.
Always!
Always.
Jeez.
But it ruins a lot of lives.
But that?
Yes.
That's a breach on a whole nother level.
It's not like, your birthday gets, or, your grandmother's
Or your
maiden
social
name.
security number.
I mean,
But that literally ruined people's.
I watched the preview and there was a guy who was a dad who, talked about it. And I don't know, I didn't watch the documentary yet, but did it turn out well for him?
you'll have to wait and see.
Oh, okay.
He was a YouTuber, but some men took their lives over this. It's serious.
People killed
stuff.
themselves?
Yeah, because
Oh
it's
my
not.
gosh.
It's not just it's your marriage. In some cases, it was your job. This was a huge embarrassment, and they had trust. And I'm not saying what they did was right.
Yeah.
But they had trust in this system, and it was like not secure.
You can never trust any of the systems.
Was it primarily men, or were there women in this?
So there's a little bit of a twist to it.
Okay.
So they said that there was a lot of women, but we find out maybe not so many women as you might think.
Not like
Maybe there were
maybe there were women that were like
Maybe there were people behind the scenes that were pretending to be women to get other men to sign up. It's juicy. It was good.
Oh, all right.
Now I'm interested.
Now you have interested me.
You know?
So this kind of brings up another thing I saw the other day on the Twitter, on the interwebs. So there was a tweet recently by actress Keke Palmer where she asked, would you rather, what's worse, being cheated on or never knowing that you were cheating on? So what do you think? Would you rather know or not know? I'd rather not know. I don't care.
I would rather not know.
I don't want to know.
I would rather not know too. No. Okay, but this is what I was thinking. So like, say.
How do your kids find out? I'm sorry, I'm not just hearing things in my head. Susie goes in my head, but your kids are going to find out. I'm like, how are my kids going to know?
Let's frame it this way. So say you have an ex, and things ended amicably, and then later you find out that this person had been cheating on you. Would you rather, like, if that had happened in your past, would you want to know about it now? It doesn't really have any.
I have thought about that with an ex. I'm pretty certain that person was not faithful, and it stings. But also, I'm like, yeah, but I don't know.
It doesn't
Why
have
do
any
I care?
impact on your life now. I'd rather not know.
So we had a family thing where someone checked their DNA.
Yeah.
And turns out not everyone had identical DNA, if you know what I mean. This was not on my side of the family.
So cheating has been
glad.
going on for eons, is what you're saying, before Ashley Madison.
Back in World War II, in fact. Let's move on. Oh, have you guys heard this whole discussion? What's worse, being stuck in the forest with a man or a bear? Have you heard this whole thing? It's
a TikTok thing.
It's a TikTok thing, and it really upset our producer Susie. She was like, "I am so sick of this," and she did not like it. But the whole idea is, where would you be safer, right? Am I understanding that correctly?
So there's an obvious answer to this, and it's who's the guy, right?
Right.
Because there are some guys that I'd probably rather be trapped with a bear. However, I did see Cocaine Bear.
All right, so in this scenario, the bear is not on cocaine.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
This is just a bizarre thing. You know, sometimes the things that come up on TikTok is like,
What?
huh?
Huh?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had that dream that I walk into a room and it's filled with my ex-boyfriends.
Oh.
And in that case, I'd rather be in a room with a bear. But
Wow.
that's a big room, Susie just said in my ear. I mean, not that big. She come on with a peanut gallery. She's not even on this panel today. Jeebus. All right.
And then, of course, there are guys that look like bears, just hairy dudes.
Yes.
Also an ex-boyfriend, but that's another story.
That's a whole nother show.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
It must be the Grandma McFlurry.
Sorry. News that just broke.
Okay.
Seattle Kraken just announced their new head coach.
Who is it?
His name is Dan Bilesma.
Congratulations.
So here's the deal. He was the head coach of the Kraken's AHL league, the Coachella Valley Thunderbirds.
That's good.
And he has also been a head coach in the NHL before, just FYI.
Okay, so he started off with the Pittsburgh Penguins minor league team, and then he got the head coaching job there in 2009.
Yes, you are correct.
His first year, he won the Stanley Cup.
So why did he go to an AHL league? I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that.
Because he wanted to live in Palm Springs. He's like, listen, Coachella Valley, it's very nice. Let's
maybe
go.
it'll happen here too.
Well, I'm feeling good about it.
I'm feeling good about
The
it.
general manager said we picked him because he's a winner.
Yep.
He's a winner.
He's a winner. He also led the team to 6 consecutive playoff appearances, the Penguins.
I just don't love the name the Penguins, but other than that,
Because
I
you
think
hate
that's very
Penguins,
cool.
but they're a perfect name for a hockey team.
That's another. Is it?
Yes, weirdo. Oh my gosh.
How is it a perfect name for a hockey
Thank
team?
you. I mean,
Penguins.
it's cold.
Penguins.
On
They're like,
ice.
you know what? And they
Okay,
move around.
right, I get it.
What do we like?
That's a
polar bears better?
story
I don't
for
know.
another-
Okay, well, let's
yeah.
deal with that another time. Also, this is what I really like too. He played in college. I always
okay.
like someone
Who knows what they're doing?
who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, even talent. When you better have been able to produce, right? Do all the things before you get up on TV.
Best of
That's all
luck,
I say.
Kraken.
All right. Very exciting news. Speaking of sports news,
Okay.
look at all this fun Seattle Storm stuff.
Look at this, a little show and tell today. This is actually from the inaugural season signed by the entire team.
Wow.
I love it.
And Coach Lynn Dunn, who was our inaugural coach that year. Yeah, I've had this sitting, it's bounced around from offices, no pun intended.
Bounce.
But, yeah,
pun
in my
intended,
office. But I
actually.
finally pulled it out the other day. I'm like, wow, this is really quite cool.
And it's been 25 years, is that what
This
you
is our
said?
25th anniversary
So cool.
season.
That is
cool.
Can you
so
believe
cool.
that?
I'm
And-
so glad that you brought that out to share with
You
us
know,
today.
And in one way, shape, or form, I've been with the Storm since the very beginning. Very beginning, clearly.
Wow.
And my name is on here. And
Oh,
sometimes
right
I look
on.
back and go, where did 25 years just go?
Oh, I mean, yes. I mean, when people start telling me what year 25 years ago was, I'm like, no,
Well, yeah.
that can't be right.
Well, that,
It was
you
the
know,
70s, obviously.
You know,
Yeah,
it's even,
yes, girl.
even, yeah, starting in radio has been a gazillion years, it feels like, but time does fly.
It sure does. It sure does. And what else flies are these awesome basketballs. And they played recently. The Seattle Storm played
Oh, yeah.
the
Indiana Fever.
The Fever. I know them as a Fever, but I forget where they're from.
Yes.
The Fever.
Caitlin Clark in town.
Look at that crowd, you guys.
That is so cool.
Let me tell you, that experience, now we've had very full arenas,
Yeah.
you know, with
Yeah.
the year that Sue Bird announced her
Yeah.
retirement,
Yeah.
everybody from all over the world
I
would
love
come
it.
to watch her play. This particular night, because of the enthusiasm and the fans showing up, the minute those doors opened, they were there to just get a glimpse of Caitlin Clark. But it's not just Caitlin.
Yes.
No.
There is all of this excitement now for the WNBA
Yes.
and all of these incredible athletes that are already in. I mean, look at the Storm right now. We have the Gold Mamba. We have Jewel Lloyd.
She
Yeah.
went
You know.
off in that game, too.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
But it was electrifying.
I love it. And Caitlin Clark is part of that new excitement, which is why it really frosts my cookies that people are getting on her case about maybe not being that, like, you know, explosive as she comes out into the WNBA. Like,
I know
give her
where
a
this
chance.
is going. She's a rookie
Yeah.
in the
She's a-
WNBA. There haven't been that many games in the season so far this year. And guess what? She's going to get checked.
Yes.
They're going to play her, you know, and they're going to.
she's gotta learn.
Teams are putting
Yeah.
their best defenders on her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And literally,
Yeah,
she was
absolutely.
just playing March Madness. This is May.
Yeah.
March
Yeah.
Madness was
You're-
college,
yes.
and now all of a sudden she's.
High five on that.
I mean,
Good
who
point.
hasn't started
Good
a
points
job? And there's
overall.
like a little bit of.
And I know, much like Nika Mule, who we recruited from Connecticut,
Yeah.
who has the same sort of following. I mean, when we announced her during that game and she played a handful of minutes, crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These women in college have a huge following before getting to the WNBA. And a lot of this momentum, I think, started during 2020. When we were forced to watch basketball on TV, and the WNBA in the Wubble got quite a bit of play. Storm won a championship that year. A couple years later, here Sue announces her retirement.
Yeah.
So we have been seeing this momentum
Yeah.
starting to happen. And now, you know, since the NCAA granted their permission for women's college basketball, the tournament to be branded and marketed under March Madness this last couple of years, and now we see all of their games on TV, and you see these stars, and you want to follow them. You know, a connection to an athlete is like, it's an emotional connection.
Totally.
You're a favorite, and to follow all of this,
Yeah.
and to explode the way that it has. Finally, people are like, oh, well, that's what WNBA basketball is all
Yeah.
about? I got to go to a game.
Yeah.
That's the exciting part of it.
Yeah.
That's what I love about looking at this basketball, to say 25 years ago, it was difficult. You know, if you watch Sue Bird's documentary, In the Clutch, and to hear her and Diana Taurasi talk about those early years
Yeah.
and how they had to go overseas to make money
Oh,
playing
yeah.
basketball. I mean, it's been phenomenal.
You know what I have to say overall? It was when I was at the VMAC before the season started, football, and I saw these young kids that were vying to be part of the team, and I didn't realize, I'm like, they're not going to make it. Some of them weren't going to, and it broke my heart to think these are babies.
They're so
These
young.
are children
Yes.
having all this pressure, and it
All the
really,
pressure.
again, frosts my cookies that there's not more care paid by the media, by the fans, by the public. We need to give people a break. I understand these athletes rise to a challenge, but you have to understand, I mean, that's a lot of pressure for someone to act, not just like sit there and smile like a Kardashian, like to actually perform and play a game. So anyway.
It's hard, it is challenging, it is really good basketball, and it's a different level at the WNBA level than it is college. There are some different rules that even apply.
I love it.
You know, and they're playing up against seasoned pros.
Well, all I can say is go Storm and go Kraken. We are so excited to see what this new coach does. So thank you, ladies, for joining me today. Thank you for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content. You can always send us an email to share your thoughts. But most important, get out there and enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.